Hi, welcome to my channel, my YouTube channel, Math Universe 1112. So we are gonna start our first chapter, Quadratics, and this chapter includes the techniques to solve quadratic equations and quadratic functions. Also, the sketching of the graph, sketching of quadratic functions and quadratic equations. And in this lecture, we are gonna study how to solve quadratic equations using the factorization technique. So, coming to our coming to our example to understand how this technique works. So basically, we have standard form of quadratic equation in this way, whereas a non-zero. This condition preserves the definition of our quadratic equation and quadratic functions. So in this technique, when we have standard form of quadratic equation, first of all we multiply we multiply second degree parameter, second degree parameter, and this constant real number c, this constant real number c, okay, and which become ac, and we break the we break the linear coefficient, linear parameter, linear parameter b in such a way that when summed up, when summed up satisfying, then sums up satisfying b as output, and when being product when being product are multiplied or multiplied gives gives AC as a result. This is the technique, and this technique provides us two linear factors equal to 0, and we can find the roots from those factors, two linear factors equal to 0. So there is a special property of those factors which enables us to solve for the values of variable, and this property is when the product of two linear factors PQ equals to 0. What does it what does this imply? Either P equals 0 or Q equals 0. And case 2 is both of them, both of the factors may be equal to 0. Okay, so either we use case 1 or case 2. The value of x will be solved out by using this technique. As the degree here is 2, as the degree here is 2, we will have two roots, two distinct roots here. We will have two distinct roots here. Okay, and roots are such values of x, such values of variables of the variable which satisfy the quadratic function or quadratic equation. Okay, now we consider our example A part. So this is our example 6x squared plus 5 equals 17x. So note that this is not in the standard form. We need to convert it into the standard form. Now we will work on the first technique. This is 6x squared minus 17x plus 5 equals 0. And note that here a is 6, second degree parameter is 6, and c is 5. And we find the product AC, 6 into 5, 30, and we will find such factors that may help us to, when summed up, those factors becomes minus 17, and when they are being multiplied become 30. Okay, so we have various possible factors of 30. One choice is 15 into 230. Right. And other is 1 multiply 30 equal 30. Okay. And there are more, but I will mention the last 5 multiply 6 equals 30. Okay, these are various choices of factors which may become equal to 30, which is a product of AC. Okay, so above all these choices of factors, we will only choose 15 and 2. This is due to the fact that minus 15x minus 2x, it becomes minus 17x, and when being product minus 15 and minus 2, they also becomes 30. So by using this fact, we will solve our example easily. So I hope you have understood this technique. I have guided you in more detail in order to practice more examples and questions. So we have this equation. So we break the middle factor into minus 15x minus 2x plus 5 equals 0. So kindly from this first part, what becomes common here? 3x, right? And and here we will have 2x minus and 15 by 3, this is 5, and just 1 here minus 1 common, and this becomes 2x minus 5, and result equal to 0 on the right hand side. So here we have what we have here, 2x minus 5 and 3x minus 1 equals 0. So when we have two product of two factors equal to 0, either this one is 0, 2x minus 5 equals 0, or 3x minus 1 equals 0. And this will give us 2x equal 5 and x equal 5 by 2. And this gives us 3x equal 1, x equal 1 by 3. In this way we can solve out our values of x, and we can enclose them into solution set, single solution set, and one value is 5 by 2 and other is 1 by 3. I hope now you are more clear with the technique and how to solve the questions quadratic equations using factorization method. I hope you can practice the questions now, related questions, and I will also discuss the handwritten solutions with you so you can easily understand. Let me open the solution screen for you. I am closing this one and we will be discussing the solution here. Okay, I am sharing the screen here so you can easily see the solution screen here. I hope this is visible to all of you. So we will discuss the solutions one by one. Okay, this is the same example which I discussed with you now, and you can see the roots here, and here is the complete solution of the example I have solved for you. Now we will move to next our next example, B part. You can see here, and this is the example B. This is the given equation, and we can take three common here. Okay, and this is reduced to a simple quadratic equation, and same technique is same here. Okay, everything is written here. Okay, so you can see here, this is the combination we can use to get our linear factors, and these linear factors are equal to 0. We will use the same technique here. If PQ equals 0, either P equals 0 or Q equals 0. You can email me and contact me. I will provide this handwritten solution to you. Or you can ask me through comments. Okay. And in this way we can find our desired roots And moving on to our next example, which is also related to factorization. When solution is given in this sense, you can take the common LCM and multiply it by LCM on the both sides. This will reduce to our desired quadratic equation, which we will solve by factorization technique. So this is our quadratic equation. You can see 2x square minus 11x minus 63. And 63 into 2, you can um, solve it. This is what is this? Minus 63 into 2 minus 126. Okay, this is our AC product, AC minus 126 here. Okay, and now we know that minus 18 and multiply positive 7. This also becomes equal to minus 126 minus 18 plus 7. This will mm, become minus 11, and we can solve the value of x from this product being equal to 0. And here is the complete solution along with solution set. Similarly, here is our next example. You can solve this by, first of all, you can reduce this to quadratic equation by cross multiplication method, and then you can solve it by using factorization technique. Same. And last example, this is related to area of rectangle. Area of rectangle, this is rectangle, okay? So area of rectangle is length into width. We can identify this is length or height and this is width. Okay, and area is given to be equal to 90 centimeters square, and we will apply the area formula here to find out the length of rectangle by using formula of area and factorization techniques. Okay, you can see here our desired lengths. This is um, x equal 9 by 2, which is approximately 4.5 centimeter, and width is, which was 6x minus 7. We replace 9 by 2 here, and this becomes 20 centimeter. So you can also see the solved questions here. We have solved it using factorization technique. So it shouldn't be a problem. If you want these handwritten notes, you can email me or contact me through comment section. I will provide you the notes. And here is our question two. Same here. First of all, we will multiply by LCM. Then we will solve it by using factorization technique. And this is by firstly by cross multiplication, and then we have factorized it. Okay, here we first applied this rule of exponents, which you may have studied in your O levels. Okay, this rule helps us to solve this particular problem. So when the bases are equal, bases are kept equal, the powers are equal. Okay, so we will compare the powers to get our desired result by using factorization technique. This is right triangle, you know. So on right triangle, you can apply Pythagorean theorem or Pythagorean theorem or Pythagorean statement or Pythagorean formula, whatever you name it. By Pythagorean or Pythagoras theorem, this is Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay. This is this will lead us to eventually our equation we have to prove in the which we need to prove in the A part, and then we will solve this equation A to find out the length of right triangle. Okay, we have just solved it using our you can say using our factorization technique, and then we also verified the result, and this becomes equal and true. And we have applied here area of trapezium. This is the given equation and given figure. What is the area of trapezium? 1 by 2 sum of A and B, sum of A and B, or they are parallel sides of trapezium. You can see in the fig A and B are parallel sides. Okay, and this is our height, which is perpendicular to both of these parallel sides and parallel to this horizontal line x. Okay, okay. So we have solved here, and this will lead to the roots, desired roots, two roots which we can choose our positive result because x was the length here. Okay, this was the solution. This was the question. We considered three cases because this problem doesn't apply the rule of exponent. We cannot apply that. Rule of exponents is unapplicable, not applicable to this problem. So we just considered three different cases to solve our desired quadratic equation. Okay, you can see the three cases here. This is our case 1. For any number a non-zero, we have a non-zero base to the power raised to power 0 equal 1. Okay, and we have compared these two equations and we can get the this equation from these two results, and we will just simply solve these by factorization to have our roots. And then similarly is the case 2 and also the case 3. Okay, so that was today's lecture. If you have any query related to exercise 1A or the problems of factorization, you can ask me through comment sections and you can mail me or text me in WhatsApp on the WhatsApp. Okay, see you in the next lecture. Best of luck for your success. Thank you.